Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Let's get started with our first warm-up. So the first warm-up that we have is a jumping jack. Pretty standard. We're going to have our legs spread out apart. We're going to jump, stretching our arms out to the front or up to the sky and bringing them back down. So we're only going to do this at a light to moderate pace. So 30 seconds on the clock, please. Ready, begin. Sure that we breathe. And this is light to moderate pace.
Cody's showing a good modification for those that maybe don't want to bounce.
Three, two, one.
All right. Now for our next warm-up, we have high knees. So same thing, we're standing up. We have our legs just about hip width apart. We're bringing our knee just about hip height. And as we go up, our arms are coming up with us as well too. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. And just for a little bit more intensity, you can do it at a fast pace as well.
Ten seconds. Three, two, one.
Great job, everyone. Now for our next one, we have standing high kicks. So same thing, hip width apart. We're going to pretend like we're kicking to our left side and kicking to our right side. We can also add a little bit of balance of bringing our opposite arm, touching that opposite foot, and doing the same thing. So just 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. Making sure that we breathe.
Three, two, one.
Great job. Now for our last one is the dynamic arm circles. From here, we're going to be stretching our arms out like we're going to touch someone. We're going to do small circles forward. And from there, we're going to do small circles backward and watch them get bigger. So 30 seconds on the clock, please. Ready, begin. So small circles forward. As we notice, our arms are getting a little bit bigger forward, bigger and bigger. It's our biggest type of circle. Then from there, we're going to do them backwards. So small circles backwards. We're going bigger and bigger.
Three, two, one.
Great job, everyone. Now let's get started with our workout. Now for the first workout, we have front lunges. Now this can be done with or without weights. I'm going to be showing with weight. We're going to have our feet firmly planted on the ground, just about hip width apart. We're going to step forward. And as we step forward, our front knee is not going to pass our front foot, and our back knee is just parallel to the floor, as not exactly touching the floor. From there, we're going to bring our body up and doing the opposite leg. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. Making sure that our back is going straight upright. It's not leaning forward. Squeezing our glutes at the top.
10 seconds. Three, two, 1.
Great job, everyone. Now for our next one, we have line hops. I like to pretend like I have an imaginary line in front of me. From there, we're going to lift or hop in front of us and hop backwards. If you want a little bit more fun and experience, you can also pretend like you have a jump rope with you. So we're going to pretend like we're jumping rope forward and backwards. You can also do heel raises. We're standing firmly on the ground. Heels are going up and our balls of the feet are firmly planted on the ground. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. Sure, then when we land, we're on the balls of our feet.
Three, two, one.
Oh, great job, everyone. Now for our next one, we have a shoulder press. So we're gonna get our dumbbells ready. We're going to lift them up to shoulder height. We're going to stretch them out like we're going to touch the sky and bringing them back down. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. Now with the shoulder press, you can have your palms facing forward or you can have them inside of you. However, I like to have them out in front of me facing forward. Nice and controlledly.
Three, two, one.
Great job, everyone. Now for our next one, they're hammer curls. So same concept as our bicep curls. We're still gonna have our dumbbells. Instead of our weights or our palms facing in front of us, we're going to have our palms inside of us. From there, same type of mechanic, lifting our barbell up to our shoulder and bringing them back down nice and softly. You can do it alternatively. You can do right arm, left arm, whatever feels comfortable with you. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. So again, palms facing inside of us, bringing or flexing our elbow joint nice and controlledly.
Three, two, one.
Great job, everyone. Now, we're going to be on the floor for this one. This is going to be a chest press. So we're going to have our barbells with us. We're going to be laying firmly, our back firmly on the ground. Both feet are planted on the ground. Your feet are close to your butt just as possible. You're going to have your weight on the side of you next to your shoulders, and we're going to extend those dumbbells up. If that's not available for you, you can also do push-ups on the ground, or you can have a little area or like a couch right next to you and do push-ups like that as well. So 30 seconds on the clock, please. Ready, begin. So again, back is firmly planted on the ground. Our dumbbells are close to our shoulders or our chest. Feet are firmly planted on the ground. Stretching our arms out to the front and bringing them back down.
Three, two, one.
Great job, everyone. From there, we're still going to be on the ground. We have side planks. So same technique, however, we're going to be on the side of our body. Our forearm is going to be planted on the mat. We're going to have one foot on top of the other for stabilization. We're going to pretend like we're going to have a string tied around our waist and lifting up those hips up to the sky. You can either have your hands outstretched or hands on top of your hips for modification as well. You can have your your knees on the ground and lifting that same technique. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. So again, your foot is on top of the other, lifting those hips up to the sky as much as possible. And you can have your arms stretched out or to your hip.
And switch.
Yeah,
we're going to do
15
this
seconds.
for the
Yeah,
same-
roll over and do. Yep. So we're on the other side now, y'all. We're gonna do 15 seconds each here.
And time.
Great job, everyone. So still on the ground for our planks. So you can either be in a push-up position or on your elbows. We're going to be back flat or like a, we're going to be on our elbows, exactly. Not like that, but okay. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin. Making sure that our back is flat and our core is engaged. So it's almost like a push-up position. However, you can have your elbows on the mat or you can have your hands on the mat. So it's like a push-up. Holding it for 30 seconds.
10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1.
First one, we have arm stretches. We're going to have our right arm, or whatever arm you feel comfortable starting with, going across your chest, and the other arm is going to go underneath that elbow, pulling it to the other side. So we're going to just hold that for 30 seconds and alternate it to the other side. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin.
I know I forgot to mention, we've been trying to troubleshoot Nate's microphone, but we all can't figure it out. So sorry about the volume changes, but I think we managed okay. But that is what's going on, just in case you're curious.
Three, 2, 1.
Switching it to the other side. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin.
Take this time to take a few deep breaths. I do hope, I might have said this already, maybe I was just thinking it. I do hope you see this as your time, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1.
Time.
Now on to our standing quad stretches. For this, we're going to be standing straight up. We're going to hold our ankle or our foot, pushing it back towards our butt. However, for a little help, you can also go to a wall and hold onto that wall as well. So we're just going to alternate that for 30 seconds and begin. So I'm holding onto the wall just so I don't fall over.
Yeah, and if you want to get a little balance working, Kareem is showing arm up in the air. I always like to add that a little bit. I have no idea what the Cody's doing. Oh, he's got a band.
And time.
Good job, everyone. And switch to the other leg. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin.
Does anyone else's dog, Trooper's done this since he was a puppy. If you ever have the yoga mat out, do any of your dogs just lay on the yoga mat? He does this every time. Every time.
My
or partially.
dog.
Like, why, right? Like, maybe No, mine drags it outside. I can imagine a little Pomeranian dragging, yeah, I was say dragging a yoga mat. Like, this is mine.
Time.
Good job, everyone. Now we're moving on to our Cobra Pose. For this can be done either standing or laying down. We're going to be laying down first. We're going to be on our stomach. We're going to have our hands close to our stomach, lifting up our shoulders and our head. However, we can also do this standing. We're going to have our hands or our arms stretched back. We're going to interlock our fingers and stretching that chest. So 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, begin.
A little different, but it can be a quite intense stretch on the ground. You might also just want to go to your elbows or do a lower cobra, like a sphinx pose. And if this isn't available to you, then you can roll over and hug your knees, get a low back stretch going.
And time.
Good job, everyone. Now, for the relaxing stretch. Next stretches. Now for this, we're going to look or have our neck go from the left shoulder or whatever shoulder you feel comfortable with. And we're just going to hold that for 15 seconds and go on to the other side for 15 seconds. So 30 seconds on the clock, please. Ready, begin. So we're just going to hold one side for 15 seconds. And we're going to switch to the other side for 15 seconds.
Switch.
Going to the other side of the shoulder. For 15 seconds.
Time.
Here, we're going to pretend like we're making circles around our head. So just 15 seconds and that'll be it. So 15 seconds on the clock, please. Ready, begin. Just make an imaginary circle with your nose.
I
Time.
can switch.
Yes, great job.
Nice.